So, hello, welcome. Today we're going to do a Burns versus, well, a Hank Marvin. So, Hank Marvin was famous for using Burns as well as what is here, which is a Fender Stratocaster. His was a 57 salmon pink, Fiesta red is the terminology, but salmon pink. And this one is a Hank Marvin signature. It's got his signature on the headstock. This one's a 1999, so it's 25 years old.
25 years old.
And the guitar that's in your hands isn't a Hank Marvin signature Burns, but it's very, very similar to the one that he would have used. And obviously the signature model that's out there, which is crazy money. Now this one, I believe, is a 90s one. So this is one of the first ones that they started to sort of reissue, and it is a made in England one. So it comes with a Hiscox case made in England. And that is that guitar. The only modification it's had through its life is it's had some American spurs or tuning pegs put on it. This one is completely standard. I doubt that's going to make any difference to the sound. But Burns was always conceived as being an English version of what's here. So they put a different spin on it, put a different plate on it, put various different bits and pieces on it, but gave it a similar sort of vibe with 3 single coil pickups, 22 frets. But they did this headstock, which is quite cool, so you get more of a Gibson style 3 and 3. And a scroll, which is quite cool. So it's, you know, why not? You can put a scroll on it.
It's like, yeah, it's very baroque.
It's different,
like
isn't it?
Rococo guitar design.
Yeah, exactly. So I think I have some tones out of it, and then we'll swap over and actually play a Hank Marvin signature and see if you can hear some different sounds. You got a stratiness about it. So there is stratiness with your 2 and 4 cracky stuff, but it sounds different to a Strat. It's not the same. And the feel of the body as well, it's not as contoured as a Strat. So obviously Strats have got a nice cutaway, and that still has a cutaway, but it travels much further at the back of the body. So it goes much further back up there. It's not as rounded, and it's thicker. The body is a lot thicker.
I think it's like British people like Greggs, don't we?
Yeah.
So it might be that it's
a Greggs.
Because of the Greggs.
It's a Greggs cutaway.
People who eat at Greggs.
Rather than just an easy cutaway. It is. It's a different thing. It feels different. It feels more chunky, but it's got a Strat feel, hasn't it?
It's very robust. Very robust.
Yeah.
And I love it. I think it's got a real vibe.
It's charm, isn't it?
It's real charming, and it's
looks,
dynamic.
the look of it as well, with the different segments of pickguard that's on it. It's quite cool. So I reckon we get some tones out of this thing and give us a comparison of the two, and then you tell us, because you've not really played that other than what you've just done there. You haven't really played that at all. So
no, it's very.
Yeah,
with
well,
the
you
tone.
can with that.
Yeah, that, like, you cool.
Yeah.
This, it's kind of like...
Too sharp. It's too...
Yeah,
It's too in your face.
What I find with the tremolo, I've always wanted to have a go at one of these.
Yeah, because it's got a complete, it's got a different arm completely too.
But it's just the arm. I thought it was a whole kind of system that was touch sensitive. So like my USA Strats, if I did that, just that little bit of movement, I'd have a load of variation.
Yeah, you can get that in the setup of it, obviously the springs and stuff, but
it's alright.
it's alright. I prefer this.
Yeah, I think I do.
I think it's wicked.
I think that's a great guitar. They're underrated, and you don't see a lot of them.
You don't see a lot of them, and that is one thing. And they have a history. It's like you see a lot of guitar manufacturers, you know, PRS, loads of different manufacturers of guitars that are bringing stuff out, which is cool. But we kind of overlook that. They're not as big as I think they should be, Burns, because you know they've got a good history with them. They've got a good list of people that have played them that have signature models, and they just look really cool. And for me, I'm not a Strat guy, but if there was that next to a Strat, I would pick that because it's just different. And you'll get people at the end of the night going, "Oh, what's that? What's you playing there?" Because it looks different.
It's got a bit of a Union Jack vibe here.
Yeah, it's got angles, it's got stuff, and then it's just got some nice lines. Let's hear some more from that because I think that's
that was a much more enjoyable kind of experience when you put them head to head.
And that's got a V neck on it as well. This has got a more of a 57 V neck.
Gives and gives, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's a great guitar.
Just keeps giving.
Yeah.
So do they still make these brand new?
No.
There's no brand new ones.
2012, I think they. Well, that's called a Cobra, I think, is the model of that. They've got Bison and Cobra and various other different models. My knowledge of Burns isn't massive. I just know that's a really good guitar.
It's ace.
I love it. I think it's wicked. I think it's a guitar where you wouldn't go. I don't know. You might go looking for it, but I think the person that might end up with it is going, "Oh, I've gone out for a Strat and I played 10, and then I don't know, didn't really do it for me." And then that's on a wall in a shop like this or wherever, and they pick it up and you go, "Oh wow, I like that. I like the feel of it. It's got a different feel with the body. It's a completely different feel with the neck. You obviously got, if you don't like in-row tuning pegs, You've obviously got that, which is more of a Gibson sort of style.
More compact.
Yeah, it feels great.
Is there so we look at guitars from the perspective of what's a great guitar, and we search for them. But if you're a consumer and they kind of think price first, or you know, I've got to ask for permission to buy this, or how much am I going to have to apologise for buying for this, maybe?
Yeah.
You know, say if you've got these two side by side, what's the kind of price difference?
This is more expensive than that.
Is it?
So these have a following because of the Hank Marvin thing, and it's a Fender Strat, and it's that colour.
Yes.
So it's got it all going. You know, the one ply pick guard. It is a 57. It's got a V-neck, truss rod adjustment in the heel. It is, for all intents and purposes, very, very similarly built to a Vintera today. To be fair, which Vintera 2s today are like 1,300 quid. Yeah, they've gone right up there. Whereas this, I think these retail for about 800-900 quid. That in your hands, I think we got that at 595-600 quid.
Wow.
And it's just a lot of guitar. It's a great guitar, and the cool thing as well, it's got a 0 fret.
Yeah, I noticed that.
So you know, that's the thing. A lot of Burns. I've got a Bison 12 string up as well, or double 6, I think they call it. Which is that's a Burns thing. You look at Brian May's stuff as well. He uses everything on his. It's a 0 fret.
The fretwork on this is really good.
It's good, isn't it?
It's really, really good.
No.
It's the kind of thing you see on like Sirs.
Yeah.
And you know, those kind of.
They're just nicely rolled on the edge. Yeah,
it's yeah, it's punching well above its weight, and it's British.
Yeah.
Which I really like.
It is. Yeah, it is made in this country.